As we wrap up today, I just want to affirm you as just a person that probably, if you're like me and most of the rest of us, you can say prayer is kind of hard. I kind of get bored sometimes, and I don't know what to say. And right, it's a journey to kind of learn to come into God's presence and learn to rest in His presence, to be with Him authentically and genuinely, and take off the mask. And that's a learning process, but it's the right one. So I invite you just to stay the course, to find that. In fact, Jesus says it like this in Matthew chapter 6 in the Message Bible. He says, so here's what I want you to do. Find a quiet, secluded place so you won't be tempted to role play before God. Just be there as simply and as honestly as you can manage. Before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness will come and settle you down. Love that. That's what He wants. He wants us to find that quiet, secluded place. Why? So we can get away from the distractions and simply be present with God. Jan Johnson, in her book, Virtue of Surrender, says, as we relinquish control and admit our weaknesses, we remember who we are and why we're here. The sun does not rise and set on our achievements, but on the love of God. Life is a journey of coming to know God, not achieving or gaining others' approval. Letting go is both too simple and too difficult. It looks like weakness instead of strength, like losing instead of gaining. And it is. Responding to God's call to surrender forces me to value my brokenness as well as my strength. When you and I learn to kind of settle down into that space where we sense the Father's affection, His availability, His altogether sufficiency for my emotional well-being, where He can alter my reality, His kingdom can come. And I come to that with authenticity, and the masks come off. All of a sudden, His perspective becomes mine. And my brokenness isn't a reason to run and hide, but to come and share. That's the space where, like Nowen said in the quote I shared yesterday, the brokenness lends way to healing in the disclosure. At the end of Matthew 6, Jesus says, here's what I'm trying to do to get you to come and settle down, to not be so preoccupied with getting so you can respond to God's giving. People who don't know God fuss over these things, but you know both God and how He works. Steep your life in God reality, God initiative, God provisions. Before you know it, you'll find your everyday human concerns will be met. That's the relationship that we're pursuing, that's available to us as we, even though it's challenging, learn to have that quiet space where we figure out how to pray, how to spend time with our Father. Press into Him today. Relax with Him today, and show Him every part of your broken system, your broken world, and watch what He does. He will put you back together. Lord Jesus, bless each one as they absorb and they process how to press in to this rule of life called prayer. I'll see you this weekend. God bless.